Hello and welcome. So here is something that has been rolling in the old bean pan. Omnibuses, yay or nay. There are hundreds of Warhammer 40,000 fantasy and Age of Sigmar books, and that is insane to have as a complete collection. If anyone has all of them, well, good for you. Some books are amazing, and some are trash. The Black Library has some of the top tier writers like Dan Abnett, who has written for almost everything from Doctor Who, Planet of the Apes and Marvel, he being the one that came up with the now famous line, "I am Groot," for impression aside. And then we also have various many codices for each faction and supplements for Space Marine chapters, the battle tomes, and of course campaign and the big rulebooks. To save up 40k, and AOS has lore is not even scraping the surface. Saying that, which do you prefer? Omnibuses or single copies? Codexes and battle tomes obviously coming to single copies. Do you have a preference? I do, personally, and it is omnibuses, as you can clearly see in the picture here. First reason is, with many of my life choices, is cost. It's simply that, cost. An omnibus is going to cost more initially, but will save you money in the long term. Take my favourite omnibus, Matt Forbeck's Blood Bowl. Just so you know, this is actually my second copy of this book. I have had the original, but that lacked Rumble in the Jungle, and I read it to pieces, literally. This one has all of them, and some intermissions from the two commentators Jim and Bob. In the omnibus, it has 4 novels at £15, up from Waterstones, and that's less than £4 a book. Most Black Library novels, I should say, are around £8, and we're talking about half off, straight away. Then you get some little short stories, such as I believe it is in the Gaunt's Ghost founding omnibus, you get a little short story at the start about how he became a commissar. General? I believe it was Colonel Commissar, that's the one. And these haven't been published anywhere else, adding that little bit of extra lore into it. There are some cons, and my first and biggest issue, because my brain doesn't like me, is multiple authors. So I like to put my books in alphabetical order, so I know where each one is and I can grab it easily. Unless it is a series like Horus Heresy or Siege of Terror, then it's order of release. With omnibuses, it can be hard to do it. Take the Deathwatch omnibus. The main name on the book cover is Steve Parker, yet there is a story by Justin D. Hill in it. Do I put it in with H or P? P because it is the main name and it's the one that is on the cover, or H, though it is still on the cover, is a smaller letter, and also because it comes first. This does actually bother me a lot, and it can have me repositioning my books. Then the last problem is they might not all be good, and you may have one with a book that you have read once and you will never read again. Even worse, if the first one in the book turns you off, it can turn you off the rest. The only one I can name in this scenario is the Iron Warriors omnibus, Storm of Iron. And that's the first book in it, and it's not very good in my opinion. I actually can't rate it at all. I think it's quite appalling. The only saving grace is Hawk. I think it's an amazing character and well written. Everything else is a bit blasé. I like using that word, it's posh. Single copies, now, have that they all look good neatly in alphabetical order or chronological order. You can be more picky with what you read too. I make no pretense to like an Imperial Fist, so I won't go out my way to buy one, or buy a book without one. And I'm going to slate this differently, but I do actually have two Crimson Fist novels, because I like the Crimson Fist, I don't like the Imperial Fist. And with an omnibus, I might not get that choice, especially if I want to read the other books in that publication. Single copies are also published first, so if you're really excited about a book and you don't want to wait, the single one will be released first, and of course it comes with a smaller initial cost too. Size is a plus for single issues, as it is harder to keep an omnibus in your pocket. And with that, we segue to the cons. And the only con I really have with the single copies, I should say, is of course the size of the books themselves. I am behind in Siege of Terror because I'm waiting for Saturnine to come out in a smaller size. I take books everywhere with me. You don't know when it might be waiting for something. You might have to sit and wait for a bus. Your partner trying to close, hospital, etc. And having a book is a great way to pass the time. Yet they have different sizes and not just the hardback and paperback copies. If you look carefully at the picture that has been throughout this video, which is actually my bookshelf, well, one of my bookshelves, I wish I was joking. No, that is really one of them, and I've been clearing it up. I've been sorting it out. Sorry about the mess. You will see the Crimson King, the Horus Heresy book, and you also see that it's separate from the rest of the Horus Heresy books. That is because how tall it is. It was a charity shop find. If I was to put it in with the Horus Heresy books, it would straight away look out of place. Then there is the other books, like the Necromunda ones, being bigger than the Horus Heresy and the size of most new novels. Sorry, I should emphasize that the Necromunda ones, they have actually the size of most new novels, about the same height as the omnibuses, so they're all nice and level. But some of the older books and the Horus Heresy books aren't. They're a little bit smaller. They're like about an inch smaller, just so you know. So if you get like an older book and the next to a newer book in the same series, you'll have this step, and that will bother me. There's no real point to this, just showing there's novels are different sizes. And also, like, I have a Marilus Darkblade series, which is, I got the omnibus. I also have the single first issue Demon's Curse, another great series, another great book. And, you know, it's basically because I wanted the last of it, and I'll be getting the rest of them anyway. So what is your preference, and what are you reading? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As you all know, Element Games is down below the link, and it will save you up to 25%. Up to 25%. I'm going to emphasize that again. Not for any reason other than I'm not going to be called a liar when you don't get it. I'm not trying to push it, just saying it's there. Also, Christmas is coming, shilling my wares, comic and t-shirts down below. New t-shirt will be is up today. And of course, my comic. I should put the other ones up there too. But yeah, there you go, all down below. Hope you enjoy it. Have a great day, and I'll see you all very, very soon. I don't know, should I just... There's going to be a minute after this video to make the 8-minute mark, alright? There's nothing there, just you can turn off here. Thank you very much. Have a great day.